sometimes I wish I could just press Q and find out the information, the quest, and also a place to find the restroom because I need to take a big ass doo-doo. Welcome to Solo Quest. Today we're going to talk about the best way to find information once you do arrive in China. All right, look, the best way to find information is just to press the subscribe button down below and then watch my videos. And that's about it. Just kidding. So before we start, we have 3 rules, and that is never ask your intake group for information, because most of the time those are all just echo chamber information, because that's a mistake that I did when I first entered China as well. I listened to all the information from my intake group and wasted my time on a very expensive apartment agent. Whoa, this bus is surprisingly close to me. So what you want to do is to ask information from your local coworker and also the local people around your area, not your agent or your company. Unless if you're working in like a business building where that's going to be your main place to work, then yes, you should ask them. But most of the time for teachers, they often work in a different place from the original company location. So once things are settled down and you're ready to find your apartment, you already found the place that you're going to be working in or the school you're going to be working in, ask your local teacher. Because the thing is, they should find an apartment around their area as well. They've already done extensive research, or either they already own a house around the area, they already have an agent or a hookup. Of course, if you find a local expat that lived here for 5+ years, Solo Quest, you can ask them as well. Now, first, let's start with the core questions that you should ask, and that is finding apartments. Now, since you are new, I think this is the best time to annoy everyone you see, because they're going to think like, oh, he's asking so much question. He loves China. He's so new. I'll help him out. But if you're asking this question 6 months in, brother, it's a bit too late. People are going to think you're goddamn annoying. They're going to think like, God dang, bro, you already lived for 6 months. Why you asking me all these questions? Figure it out yourself. So on the very first 3 weeks, annoy everybody that you see. So the first thing you have to find is apartment. You want to go to your ambassador or any other local expat, or maybe perhaps you already found your school, ask the local teacher for apartment agent. You don't ask for which apartment I should live in, but ask for the agent, because most of the time agents are only specialized in certain areas. For example, currently we're in Nanshan. We have to find an agent, apartment agent in Nanshan to find apartments out here. Not all apartment agents are the same, because some are morely focused on like the smaller buildings. Some are focused on the luxury buildings. So it's just a matter of luck. And it's a matter of asking as many people as you can for agents, because this will really help you out into living the best life out here in China. The second thing is that you're going to be assigned to a hotel, I think in your very first 2 weeks. So try to annoy all the other people around your office to ask them what's the best place to eat some food, or either ask them where to find groceries, because these are going to be your core requirements to actually live as a human. Unfortunately, we can't just survive on HP potion. We got to consume some bread and rice here and there. And as for the very last one is application. I would say app is like the core thing that you probably need to live in China, because in order to pay for something, you need an app. In order to get a ride, you need an app. Hell, if you were lost, you need an app as well. So try to find an ambassador to set up all your app on the very first day, or maybe the very first week. The 3 core app that you need to set up will be WeChat. I think it should be already set up before you come to China, but you do need to get it verified once you get in here. You have to scan a couple of people here and there to get it verified, since you are an expat and consider you as a foreigner. And the second one will be your Alipay, and the third one would be your Taobao or Meituan. If you can already verify your bank account in WeChat, you're able to use the Meituan app or either the Taobao app. This is the most powerful app for you to save money, but not only that, to survive as well, especially when that homesickness hits you, because you can buy anything you want with a fair price as well. I would say ask your case handler or local teacher to help you out on this section, because most of the time other local expat wouldn't really know how to do this, because it does require extensive knowledge in reading as well. So it'll be a lot more easier if you ask them for help. And after that, treat them for a hot pot dinner, and you can create a better connection with your coworker or local coworker as well. Now we're going to go further on into nest egg. I would say living in China as an expat, in reality, it's not a very stable job, because laws can change just like a Thanos snap. And you have to have a bit of nest egg here and there, a backup plan to ensure your survival out here. Now, first of all, I want you to go to your local bar and meet any seasoned expat that lived here for 2+ years, because most of the time these expats would already have many contacts in case if their job is gone, they could just hit up another place to go work as well. Now, a good example, I would recommend you go to Futian if you are in Shenzhen. This is the hub of all expat, and also Nanshan. Nanshan, I would say there's a lot of seasoned expat, but mostly a lot more tourists out here. Not only that, you can find a lot of headhunters around those areas. If you do look like an expat, they would hit you up and ask for your WeChat. And this way, you can have a backup in case something goes bad in your company, or either you want to find another better paying job. This is a great way to ensure your stability out here in China. If you don't know what kind of question to ask, I would say just simple question like, hey, you got an agent you can hook me up with? I need to find a job. Or either, you got any agent you can recommend? I can recommend you my agent as well. You just trade out agent contact here and there, and everybody's all connected. All right, let's go right into the sunset. Now, as for the last one, will be your mental health. I would say this is the most important one for a lot of new expat out there, just because mental health is one of the things that is overlooked by a lot of expats. You can ask almost everybody, I would say, but mainly from seasoned expat, because not only that they'll add you to their WeChat group, but also invite you to parties as well, because it does relieve you from your homesickness when you do talk to any other expat out there that do speak English, because most of the time you'd be feeling a bit lonely here and there, and having someone speak English with you is amazing. I think the main reason why a lot of people have a sour outlook after working or living in China is because they don't have the correct information. Therefore, they don't have the best experience when they start living out here in China. And this is why I think gathering intel and information from the correct people is the best thing for you. It does take a lot of effort for you to do that. You do have to socialize with people. I think that was the hardest part for me. I'd rather stay inside. I think overall, it was a positive experience. And I think you should do the same as well. And this is why I want to talk a bit more about information. But yeah, that's about it. This is how you gather information and intel once you do arrive out here in China. I hope you learned something about this. And if you are interested in moving to China, you can hit me up and I'll try to help you as much as possible. And if you know anyone else that's gonna be living in China in the future, you can send this video to them. It'll probably help them out as well. I know this seems like a very basic topic, I think common sense topic, but I think it's often overlooked by a lot of people. Until next time, SoulQuest logging out. Peace.